that we didn't reach with under the normal chain of events? And he said, most definitely. So I was intrigued by that answer. Then I posed a couple more questions. I said, could you find out whether there is an old Tijuana Brass audience out there? If there is, would they be willing to buy one of my records if they liked it? And if the answer to that is yes, where are they and where do they listen? So we have this information.
And that's why you picked Route 101 to make the single?
Well, they did a study on the entire album, and their consensus was Route 101 would be the logical first single.
We'll hear it in a moment. For the benefit of those who do not live in the area, Route 101 is one of the great drives in America from, well, I guess, above San Francisco.
Right, and it goes right down through Mexico.
It goes into Mexico.
Yeah.
It's sometimes by the coast, sometimes a little inland.
That's it, yeah.
Down past the Hearst Castle.
You got it.
See, I know these things, folks. we'll hear Route 101, which could be to the 80s.
You're bi-coastal.
Which... dirty. Which could be to the 80s what Route 66 was to Nat King Cole.
To Cookie.
Yeah. We'll be back after this message. Alpert, the new album is Fandango, and this was released as the single based not only on your gut and emotion.
Yeah, my gut feels good about it.
But a marketing firm that said, this will go in Erie.
Could go.
This is
there's no absolutes in this business.
You call it Highway 101.
No, Route 101.
Route 101.
Yeah.
That's Herb Alpert, the single released from the album Fandango, Route 101. Now, who's playing that song? What kinds of stations?
Oh, well, who's playing it? Gee, I don't know exactly. I mean, different types of formats there's top 40, there's some jazz stations, there's black stations. Pardon me?
Hard rock wouldn't play it.
Hard rock wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole.
I can hum the lyrics.
No, I'm just too old. I don't know. Hard rock is hard rock. I mean, it's a whole other thing.
Who's A&M's biggest artist?
Biggest in terms of overall volume forever? Probably, let's see.
Other than yourself excluded.
Okay, we've had the Carpenters, Carole King, Peter Frampton, Supertramp.
Yeah, but I mean, who's big?
Right at this moment? Police.
Well, you have Police.
The Go-Go's, Styx.
Oh, you do that music then?
Oh, yeah, we do everything. Sure. Well, I shouldn't say we do everything.
No, but I mean, you'll do hard stuff.
Oh, yeah. I don't do hard stuff myself, personally, understand.
Yeah. Can you separate, obviously the public does, the talent of those groups? I mean, you're the head of the company. What makes Police a good group?
They're real good. They're special. They're unique. They're fabulous musicians. They have an understanding of what they're doing, and they have a lot of musical integrity. And they work at it. They travel around the world, and they work at it. They're a fabulous group to see in person.
Styx also is a big hit, right?
Same. Out of Chicago, they're a tight unit. They've been playing together for years. It's not just an overnight wonder. It's something that's developed over a long period of time.
If someone records for A&M, do they always record in Los Angeles?
No. They can record wherever they choose to record.
Do you do any country?
Well, that's one area that we're really not into real heavily at the moment, although one of our first artists was Waylon Jennings. I did Waylon's very first records.
Would you sign a country star whose contract might be expiring?
It depends on the artist. I mean, I happen to love Waylon Jennings. I think he's a fabulous artist.
What are the prospects they tell you for Fandango?
Well, it looks very bright. I think...
It's an emotional thing for you, too. I mean, it's a 20-year...
Well, it's connected with a lot of things, but there's a lot of things pending for me, because, I don't think of the record business as just something that happens in the United States. I think of it as a world community, especially the music that I'm involved with, because it's instrumental, and I don't have that language barrier. And my records sell well in Japan and Germany and in France and Holland.
We have a way of microscopically looking at things American. There's a big world out there.
That's true. Records. Yeah, there's a whole community out there of people that like records.
You will now have the opportunity to talk to Herb Alpert, one of the most, who's combined two of the most successful enterprises you can, recording music and selling it, and co-owning a company that has been tremendously successful. He is vice chairman of the board of A&M Records. They're the largest independent record producer and manufacturer in the world. And, of course, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, the new Herb Alpert album, Fandango, the hit of a couple years ago, Rise. We'll let you talk to Herb Alpert following the news. Tomorrow night, Robert McNeil of A&M Records, which started 20 years ago with a $100 investment in a garage. Of course, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. The new album is Fandango. We're going to hear another selection from it in this hour, the Latin medley. Tomorrow night's guest will be Robert McNeil of the McNeil Report on PBS. Alpert and New York City. Hello.
Hello, Larry. Hello, Herb.
Hello.
I want to say...
Sorry, I didn't catch that. New York City. Hello.
That's an original sound.
He likes it, sir. Send it in. Hello.
Hey, put some echo on that.
Omaha, Nebraska. Hello.
Howdy, Larry.
Hi.
I'd like to ask Herb real quickly, Lanny Hall, one of my favorites. Last time she recorded was 1980, the Blush album.
Right, yeah, she's in the middle of an album. She's doing 2 albums right at the moment. It's Lonnie Hall, it's my wife, and she's A&M's biggest selling artist in the Philippines at the moment.
Oh, you mean you got her?
Well, in more ways than one.
Also wanted to ask about one of your early talents you signed, Julius Wechter. What is he up to?
Well, Julius is, if I get a group together, Julius is going to join my band, and he was traveling last year with the resurrected Baja Marimba band. And I think he put out a couple records.
Super, and here's a related question, bootlegging. Just recently I acquired an Italian bootleg. How do they press a record without the master tapes?
Well, I really would not like to give that secret away.
Okay, I understand that.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. New Hope, Pennsylvania with Herb Alpert. Hello.
Hello, Larry. Hello, Herb. How are you?
Hi.
Good evening.
Listen, I spun your records for many, many years in Philadelphia radio stations, and now I'm music director of a station in Trenton that is a big band station.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in our format, we go from Mel Torme and the Meltones all the way up to Herb Alpert and Rise. And we mix from 40s through 70s very well, I think.
Right, sure.
Now, latest edition, of course, new product is our problem, and we just added Sarah Vaughan with the L.A. Philharmonic.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of good reception. I just heard Larry play your Route 101. We'd sure like to have that.
Well, no problem at all.
I will write to you at your office. I got your address, and maybe you can get us service with... We already play your hits, and we play the Carpenters, and, of course, Sergio Mendes.
Great. We'd be glad to send you whatever you need.
All right. Are you aware that there are about 700 big band station formats in the country?
No, I'm not.
It's the most growing format in America.
Yeah.
A big band
Well, I'm all for those
combined
big
with Hit Parade, Memories,
Sure.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm rooting for the big bands. I love
And we need new product. We can't add anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Very little put out. But the guy across the table from you plays some of the best records I have ever heard.
Well, when we play music, it is only, the classy act.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. You write to them. Buffalo, New York. Hello?
Hi, Larry. How you doing? Mr. Albert, I'm with Billboard Magazine here in Buffalo. I wrote for them in L.A. and Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a comment and a question. My comment is, I wish you would look into a recording artist from Buffalo. She's on A&M Canada, and her name is Donna Robbins, a black girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a fabulous talent. And like I said, I've been with Billboard 8 years, and I haven't been that impressed with a lot of what I've seen out there in the marketplace, and I wish you would make a note of her name.
Okay, I will. Thanks for telling me.
And also my question is, when I was writing on the West Coast, I was getting a lot of feedback from some established stars on different labels, and a few who were with your label, namely the Carpenters, Captain and Tennille, and Gino Vanelli, and a lot of them complained that there wasn't a lot of album support for some of their projects, and I was wondering if you can comment on the policy of A&M Records regarding that.
Well, when you record a record and you've go to the trouble to put a great cover on it, and you go to the trouble to press that record, we try to support all the records we put out because we believe in them all.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, not all records make it, and it seems like when they don't, sometimes, the record company becomes the culprit.
Yeah.
But,
That's what I was wondering. Do you know how Gino Benelli is doing now? He's not with your company.
Right. No, he's recording for another label, and I wish him well. He's a real talented guy.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Sure.
Thank you. Our guest is Herb Alpert. The new album is Fandango. We will hear another selection from that album in a couple of moments, the Latin medley. The album just released by A&M, a kind of 20-year look back and update version of the Latin sound, which brought Herb Alpert great international promise. He is vice chairman of the board as well, co-founder of A&M Records, the largest independent record company in the world. First, the cover photograph by Richard Avedon of this brand new album from A&M. We're going to hear another selection from it. It is Latin medley. You want to tell me about this?
Well, this is a medley, a collection of songs from, the first one is Frenesy. You know, the original recording was Artie Shaw back in the... Hey, you sang it right key, too. Unbelievable.
My bum.
From Mexico, and then there's Bahia, a song that belongs to Brazil. Molindo Café is from Venezuela. And then...
Spain.